Well, it's early Sunday morning. This thing is nasty. Ain't just dust and sitting in someone's driveway. You should see where stuff collected underneath about the windshield wipers and all, just sitting under a carport for 5 years. It's only got 56,000 miles on it, or 57,000. So, what we're gonna do, before I pressure wash this is what the game plan is. I'm going to pull out that battery because I know there's going to be dirt down underneath the battery, so that way I can clean off everything. I'm not going to pressure wash the engine very heavily, and I'm going to use a foam cannon with Dawn. So I'm going to remove the battery. It uses, I'll tell you right now, an 8mm. Takes this off right here, and then you got one bolt there and one bolt there. It'll come right off. We'll remove it, pull the battery out. I'll go get a new battery for the next deal to do. Once it's pressure washed and cleaned, new battery installed, then I'm going to disconnect the fuel line, and the fuel line's right here. And then what I'll do is put a hose on here, and since I'll have power, I'll just turn the ignition on, let the fuel pump out all the fuel, and we'll put fresh fuel in it and some Berriman's B12, whatever it is, carburetor and injection cleaner, in fresh fuel. And I'll put about probably 3 or 4 gallons in it and let it run on the car, let it clean, purge itself out, and then put in just fresh fuel. So that's where we're at. Let's get the process going. And everything's almost set up for pressure washer. I bought this on Amazon. It was very cheap. Another reason I bought it is I was missing some. I loaned my pressure washer out and came back missing some tips. This one actually came with some spare tips, actually all the different color codes, which red is the most powerful, black is the least. So I'm going to use this foam cannon right here. I'm going to spray the car, and then I'll wash it off everywhere else with the least most powerful one, which is the black one. Now, I want to tell you something from a chemical view. You know, I did chemical emergencies. This is Dawn. You know why everybody, all the detailers, and there's such a fuss about Dawn for dishwashing soap? I'm using it in a foam cannon because I just got to dumb this down a little bit. Some of you guys already know, but there's a pH scale, all right? 7 is neutral, and the more you go towards 1 in reverse, counting backwards, the more acidic something is. Dawn is more base, which cuts grease better. That's why they always have commercials that cuts grease. And look, it's got a duck on it because remember they use Dawn when ducks are recovered from an oil spill or birds, because it cuts the grease and oils off of them. It's rated between 8.7 and a 10 on the pH scale. All right, so the higher the number, the pH scale will go all the way up to 14. It's it's a base, all right? And a strong base will actually, what it does in simple terms, it gets your skin so soft, it's actually taking your skin off, okay? So that's why this is, like I say, in the 8s to 9.7, almost a 10. So some people, when they're washing dishes, you'll see that their hands, they have allergic reaction. Oh, you know, it could be because it's too strong for their skin type.
When I see your hands, I wish I were a nurse.
Dishwashing, man.
Want to try Palmolive dishwashing liquid? Softens your hands while you do the dishes.
Pretty green.
You're soaking in it.
The dishwashing liquid?
Palmolive.
Mild, then.
Oh, more than just mild.
Right, Madge. Palmolive suds last, from the first glass to the last greasy casserole. And it softens hands while you do dishes.
And most normal dish soaps, like you can say, oh, I'll just use a regular one. Most of them are around 7.5 to 8. This is a little bit more powerful. Detailers talk all about, you know, it'll remove your waxes off your car. Yes, it can. All right, so I don't mind because I'm not a detailer, I'm a paint guy. So before I paint a car, before I do any body work or prep, like this Mustang, how nasty it is, right? That's why I'm using the Dawn on it, because this is old paint. I want to clear anything that's on it, any grease or whatever. So when I start to do work on this car, I'm down to just paint the clear, right? Without any oils or anything on it, dirts. Now, your car wash soap, it says car wash, like Meguiar's, all the stuff you get at Walmart and other places, that's a very neutral soap, to where that's where it doesn't take off all the waxes and protectants you put on your car already, right? So let me put this together. Let me foam cannon this. I'll show it to you after I foam cannon it. You know, there's tons of videos on foam cannons. I'm just giving you a little advice on this. Let's wash this thing up. Go get a battery, put a battery in it, and then I'll turn on the ignition to where we can see the inside of the car then. All right, I know someone's gonna ask me, well, how much Dawn did you put into that bottle? I put one little spritz in it. Then I put the water in, filled it up to the top, and shot it. And let me show you how powerful Dawn is, all right? So this car, like I say, has been sitting. So it's been 10 minutes, and you know, the suds are going away a little bit now, but it's been 10 minutes sitting on here. I don't know if you can see real good, but let's go right here. All right, you see what now I'm gonna wash the car. Well, the car is dry now. After being cleaned with the Dawn, it did make a difference. I won't lie to you. Everybody's, well, you know, you didn't really. No, this is just initial clean to get all the junk. I mean, look at the engine compartment. Actually has some shine to it. Now it will need one more cleaning later. This is just a basic clean, so I can work on stuff. So pulled the battery. Now we're gonna put a new battery in it. And the cheapest place I found, I'll tell you in a second. Here's the battery. It's a Group 96R. Here's the deal. I went to my normal auto parts store, O'Reilly's. I don't know if you even have them where you're at. It was list price. They wanted $338.97. Good Lord. And even with my discount, it was $128 with tax, $142. I didn't buy it there. Instead, I went to Wally World. $109.76 with tax, all $119.55. So that's what we got now in the battery, and we'll put it in. And I showed you how to take it out, I think, and to put it back in, 8mm. This is a non-conductive ratchet. I get it from Harbor Freight. I really like it for doing stuff like this. You don't have to worry about any sparks. So I'll put this in. If you don't know how to put a battery in, I'll show you here in a second. All right, real simple. We installed the battery. I made a short on it. It takes an 8mm socket. I used a 1/4" drive socket and a non-conductive Harbor Freight ratchet. I love these ratchets, you know, because if you hit anything on the side, no sparks. So the battery's in, and now let's turn on the ignition. I'm not going to start the car. I'm just going to turn the ignition to get the dash up. Also, what we'll do after that is we'll disconnect the fuel, and I'll use the fuel pump from the car to pump out the fuel. I'll have to disconnect. I'll show you how we're going to do that, and I have to buy a piece of fuel line to go on there to run it long enough into an empty 5-gallon container to pump out the fuel tank. All right, battery's installed. I just want to power up the car and then see how everything's reading out on it. And, oh, tire pressure monitor. No kidding, because the tires are freaking shot. So let's see if we scroll on info. Boom, boom. Look what we got there. 57,369 miles. There we go. We got a little bit less than a half a tank of fuel. So I know I'll have some pumping to do. And the tires are, you know, they're about to blow off the car. They're dry rotted. There we go. So after we do that and drain the fuel, then we'll start the car with fresh fuel in it and some Berrymans to clean out the system.